What's up, Gunpla Modelers? This is Strider Prime, bringing you my first work-in-progress video of my custom build kit for the Gunpla Builders World Cup that's coming up now, this year, for 2017. And this will be my first one of two possible entries, or is it one possible entry of two kits that I'm going to be making soon. And I want to share this with you so you guys can see what I'm planning to do. So the first kit that I'm going to be working on is based off the Gundam Kimaris Trooper. And I got this, for those of you who don't know, I got this at Otakon last year during purchasing a grab bag, and this kit was in the bag among other kits as well. But this one was the one that I really liked. I mean, I liked the Kimaris when it first came out, but the Trooper was you know, a kit that I really liked when I first saw it, especially when it did its weird hover charge that looked like some sort of centaur type setup. Getting this kit was really cool, but then I said to myself, it'd be even cooler if I customize it, kit bash it, but I didn't know what to do. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show this on the table because I have another kit here which had leftover extra parts, and that was the Gundam Gusion Rebake, which I built last year, which I only built the Gusion version, but there were a lot of extra parts from the Rebake, and I thought, what if I merged the Rebake parts with the Kimaris parts and see what I can get out of this. There's going to be a lot of heavy customization on this kit that I want to show off and discuss. First, let's look at the contents. You may have seen builds of other people building the Kimaris already, so we'll just breeze through some things here. Now, there are a lot of big, wide open parts, especially, like, I know this is probably the backpack, not the backpack, the actual back skirt. You see a claw there. Some yellow parts here. Here's the head. I believe that's the neck part. Here's the part that makes up the lance. It also comes with this this sword type. This is like a mace sword here, and the shield. Very nice. So that's actually a good. More like a, not blue, but more like a grayish blue type color. Here are the purple parts, which I see the backpack, I see portions of the chest, I see the leg part, the foot part actually, and portions of the inner frame, which again, this may be this is identical to the inner frame part of the Barbatos. Here's some white parts, followed by the purple parts of the other foot and other parts there. More white parts here, especially the leg armor and the armor of the arms. More inner frame parts. Here is the remaining light blue color, which this represents the inner frame. This also comes with polycaps and a base stand, and the base stand is required for the attack mode type thing. Let's put this here for a minute. Put this there, and then we're just gonna do that. And here's what the Kimaris actually looks like. I'm not going to go through the building process of this because, to tell you the truth, we're not painting this color. We're not making it this type of kit. We are going to kit bash it. But I want to show the overall look of the kit, what it looks like, especially this mode. Now, unfortunately, this kit came out last year, so it didn't inherited the new English text that Bandai has now begun putting on recent kits of this year. So it turns into this little hover type mode, which I said to myself, what if I can put something in front, like another pair of legs, or put something in here in the back to extend it or give it a little bit more armor. Why not put like more armor here in the front, in the chest area, all that. So you're looking at this kit, what it looks like now, but in my mind's eye it's going to be a little different color, different shapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin assembly of this kit and see what it looks like overall. So I did mention that I was going to show off the Kimaris Trooper fully built with all of its parts and all that stuff. But during the course of me assembling the inner frame, I was marveling at how unique it is, and how it, of course, didn't use some of the parts that I have here on the side. We didn't cover this in the review of the manual, but clearly there were parts that was not going to be used on the Kimaris Trooper because it belonged to the original Kimaris. So I want to talk about this right now, and what I think I'm going to do. I was going to 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is what the inner frame looks like of the Kimaris Trooper, and I did say before that I was going to do a complete build of this to see how it looks. But of course, I forgot to mention I should have built the inner frame first. Mentioned to build the inner frame first because I want to see how it is in comparison to what I plan to do. The inner frame is going to be redesigned in a way where it will support my idea. Now I did a few things here and there. I omitted a few things. First thing I omitted was the stupid little V-fin hydraulic that's in the neck. That always kept falling off of my kits. I always kept putting glue on it, and even it kept falling off, so I said, you know what, screw it, I don't need that. There was also those two little pegs here that goes on it, which was fake hydraulics pointing to nothing. I omitted that, and I'm thinking of doing something unique with these two, along with the part back here, which I did remove the umbilicals that went behind the neck. That's been removed. Don't think that's necessary. Now I have some ideas with these guys. I'm actually going to think of cutting them and making my own hydraulics. Same thing with the one up there. So that's understandable there. The arm areas is what I think is the weakest part of the kit. Even though it feels strong, with the added, well, with the extra arm is fine, but the added weight of holding its shield and weaponry, I don't know how strong enough it will be to support all that. So there's the possibility that I may want to reinforce this. First thing I'm thinking of gluing these parts. The risk of gluing is, of course, you may glue the joint in permanently. So I have to carefully apply the glue in specific areas where I think it will hold the parts. So when you turn it and you bend it, it doesn't open and it doesn't open up. Yes, you do have the armor that will help you out with that, but I'm hoping that this will also reinforce the arm. Coming to the leg portion, and I want to go this quick. This is the part where it's different from the original Kimaris, because this is not the legs from the original Kimaris. This is for the Kimaris Trooper, because clearly in the manual, or in the anime, the legs go backwards like that. I don't know what the feet do, but there's these little claps here that something comes out so it could stick the little thing out in front. My intention is to take these legs and stick them in here, but this is stupid. It doesn't look right? It doesn't look well at all. What I hope to do is, whatever sticks out here, I'll stick it out to here, to this point. Whoops, there's a backup. Put it up to here, and then somehow get the leg to stick up like this in this format. Don't know, I may remove the heel, put something there, but something here, like that. Then there's the part of this where I may have to extend it out a bit, give it something, you know, give it a bigger foot or bigger type of thing, thruster type thing, but something that will go like that, up to here. That's my idea. I don't know yet, but right now I'm just fleshing it out. I'm talking out loud. This is, of course, subject to change. We'll see where it goes from there. So let me continue on and assembling this kit, so see how it looks. Alright, so here is the fully assembled Kimaris Trooper. And I was a bit surprised how basic some of the parts were, and not as complicated as I figured. Some parts I didn't put on, which I did mention before. You may see it visibly here. I'm not digging how come this thing is so wobbly, and this keeps coming off. But remember, this is just a rough draft, a rough look at what I plan to do. You know, I want to see what it looks like first before I move on to the customization portion of this kit. So I want to just go through the basics. So here's the shield, that's connected there, and these little grips here, which of course allows it to hold on to certain parts of either your shield or your weapon. Specifically this long ass weaponry, which I don't know if it's considered a beam lance or a machine gun lance or something like that. It's very hollow, but I don't know how. Let's see how. Let's remove that. Put that there. You see, that thing comes up all the time. So this can be held up like that without you worrying about anything, but I have a feeling in time that joint will loosen up and begin pushing the weapon down a bit. Plus the fact that it's hollow, so you don't have anything on it, so it is very light. You don't have to worry about anything. But of course, the one thing that we want to try out is the hover mode, or the centaur mode that this kit has to offer. Now, you're gonna have to give me a second here. I gotta adjust the camera a bit, because the stand that this kit comes in is pretty big. It's one of these stands, which is a pain in the ass. But according to this, I gotta lift this guy up like so. I guess the engines go up like that. This comes down like that. There's a connector there, so you want to connect to this, which is good for whatever type of poses or stands you want. You know what? Is that right? Should it go forward? Let me look at the manual. Because this thing is it's tipping forward, and it shouldn't be forward. Well, it's not tipping now, but if I do this, now according to this, we have to bring this up front, the legs all the way back here, and then this one goes like that, and this goes like this, like this, and like that. There we go. There you go. Neat. It's actually a very neat type of a design. It also comes with the sword, that mace sword type weapon, but I am going to forego that weapon. As a matter of fact, to tell you the truth, I'm going to take that weapon for something else, and not for this kit. So, yeah. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice design. it all falls into place. It's a really cool mobile suit, and for those of you who are a fan of the Kimaris, obviously when you get it, clean it up, detail it, you know, paint it up pretty well, whether you want to give it a different type of purple, maybe a different color schemes. I know that some people have done that. But the point of me showing you this is a before look. This is what the Kimaris Trooper looks like before I customize the puppy. And I'm going to definitely figure out what to do with this guy. I know what I want to do, but obviously things are subject to change. I did show off, and I'm going to show it right here, these legs that I want to put here with the extra armor. But I have to figure this out, this whole setup. So where I'm going to be concentrating on is the leg assembly, the rear leg assembly, the portions of the arm, the shoulder, definitely shoulder. I'm not fond of this weird opening closing thing on the chest, so that may be omitted. The head will be a different design look. I like this crest, but I like to do something different. This backpack, this massive skirt, which obviously acts as the actual thruster to hover the mobile suit, that will go through a redesign. And I'm going to actually replace the backpack. So these are all subject to changes and ideas during the course of the build. So give me some time to figure this out, and in my next work in progress video we'll flesh it out, and we'll discuss what we plan to do.